Yeah, obviously we're disappointed in the result. We, felt like this was an opportunity. For us, we had been in a situation earlier in the year where we had some success against Georgia Southern. We knew they were playing a lot better basketball. They were they've been on a pretty good streak here lately, and Coach Hayden has done a great job with them there. But back and forth game, I'm proud of the way our players competed. There were times where, we just dug ourselves a big hole in the second quarter, and we were able to, really fight our way out of that and give ourselves an opportunity to win at the end of the game. And that just speaks to the character of the team that we have. They're great people. They work hard every day, and we just haven't had some things bounce our way this year, and it just continued today for us. But at the end of the day, I'm very proud of the young ladies I have an opportunity to coach every day, and who I represent with the University in Louisiana Monroe. And so just thankful for. It's hard anytime you end the year. You don't really always have the right words, but at the end of the day, I am proud of our players and our team. I have Jacayla Johnson and Sakiah White right here with me today.
Okay, we'll open up for questions.
Coach, I guess, can you talk a little bit more about the comeback there? Because you have been times, but just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, JK was a big part of that. She got hot and just really kind of wouldn't be denied. There was having some success getting to the foul line, and Sakiah made some big shots in that run as well. Rebounded the ball really well today with 8 boards. But yeah, we found some stops. In the second quarter, we just had a hard time finding stops, and Johnson got going, and then they got really hot from the three. I mean, they shot the three. They were 6 of 12, 50% in the first half. They have great shooters, but it's a little uncharacteristic. So we felt like if we could weather that storm, we would be okay at a half. And came out third quarter, got a lot of stops, and weren't able to convert. And but at the end of the day, we kept fighting, and I got it down to 3 there at the end, and had an opportunity. But just really great defensive effort, and then obviously some great individual play by JK and plays by SK and a few others that got us back with a chance.
I know the last game, it's always tough. There's only one winner, What do you tell your team?
Yeah, it's hard, and that's what I told him. There's no way right now I'm going to have the right words. I was planning on playing again tomorrow, right? And so it's hard. I did tell them we were proud of them and we love them. That things have not bounced our way this year. We had really high expectations coming into the season. We've had some injuries and we've had some different things, and no excuses. We just we've lost a few close games and things have happened. But I tell you, my group showed up every day with a great attitude and great effort, and they were never jerks, and they were fun for me to coach. And so, maybe we didn't have all the success we had on the court that we wanted, but I will tell you, this is a great group of people, and it certainly was a joy for me to coach them every day. And so that's hard to say sometimes when you don't find the success you want on the court. Sometimes people switch up on you, and this team did not all year. And I really appreciate their character and their attitude and just the way they approached everything. They're good people, and certainly am proud to be their coach.
We got a question on Zoom here for Jacayla. 31 points. What a game. What were you seeing out there, and what was opening up?
I saw how they was playing me. They was trying to ice the ball screens, and so they was trying to take away right-hand drive. And so by me noticing what they was trying to take away, that I fed onto that. I love my left-hand pull-up, and so that allowed me to go with the pull-up game a lot.
And then for Sakiah, a very physical Georgia Southern team. What was the feel down in the paint, and how did you allow your team to come back in it late in the game?
I knew going into the game that she was bigger than me, and she kind of had me size-wise, but just having the mentality that I believe in myself and what I'm capable of as well, and just having a mindset of going into the game and just knowing that I had to be as physical with her as I could, and like I said, just continuing to believe in myself because I know that my teammates and my coaches believed in me as well.
And then follow up for both the players. What has this year meant for you in the locker room and being led by your coach?
Um, I feel like we had a very up and down season. I mean, it really hasn't gone the way that we may have wanted it to, but I feel like having the staff and, the coaches that really pour into you every day and that got so much belief in you, and, it really does help. It helps build confidence. I don't really know how to
Yeah,
word it.
I'm along. I'm going with SK said. Having those coaches, even though the ball didn't drop this season the way we wanted to, we never just stopped playing. Like we kept playing, and just being able to have those coaches not give up. You have coaches that just give up on you, just be like, well, I'm quit, like I'm done. But those coaches continue to pour into us and buy into us because they believed in us.
Coach, by the way, I'm Paul Chestnut from Fox Sports.
Yes, sir.
Already. Why don't you talk about the competitiveness of women's basketball in this league? Because this is what, fifth year, we're seeing something out here in Pensacola, and it seems like the teams, you get, one or two that are there, but it's a different story every single year. How tough is it,
Yeah.
the competitiveness of
I-
women's basketball?
I think a lot of what you're seeing is just the parity of how good the league really is. Like, outside of James Madison, it's been a very, very even season for a lot of people. And I think one reason, in my opinion, James Madison's finding so much success is they had a group of people that they've stayed together, and so they have that continuity of playing with each other, and they've been able to find that success where a lot of the other teams in the league, we're built with a portal, right? And so it's year to year. We had 8 newcomers this year, and so we're trying to fast track, success, or 8 transfers, and that makes it difficult. That is that world we live in, and we have to all adapt. But when you see all these transfers every year, every team in the spring has an opportunity to get better and to improve their roster, and I think that's what you're seeing. There's a lot of P4 transfers in this league. There's a lot of, and I've got 2 sitting right here by me, and there's a lot of really talented players. And, Coach Hayden's done a great job. Georgia Southern, she brought several of her kids with her from her 2-year and 4-year college, and you're seeing that success there. But, I think outside of JMU, we're all just kind of beating up on each other, and that's one thing that makes the league good, but there's just so little margin of error. I mean, couple missed assignments here, things happen here, it's hard to overcome because they're, when you're just significantly better than people, you can find ways to win. When teams are pretty even, you just, there's a little, very small margin of error.
Safe to say that this tournament's wide open?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, well, James Madison looked pretty hungry when we played them last week. I think they're pretty good. But yes, I think, this will be interesting to me to see how it works with, the bracket and the new style, and they sit there 9 days. Will that affect the teams that got the byes and the, byes into the semis? It will be interesting to see how it plays out. It's certainly hard to win 5 games in 5 days or 6 and 6, and so obviously those teams in the top 4 will have an advantage. But yeah, I think it's fairly wide open.